I am Dr. Vinitha Ramanath Pai, the author of the Biochemistry Mind Map book by Medi Study Go. It is a 5-minute revision tool to be used by all students from all sources of biology, including the health sciences. In this chapter, Chemistry and Metabolism of Carbohydrates, we are going to learn about the chemistry, classification with examples, digestion and absorption. Then we are going to learn about the metabolic pathways which either break down glucose or convert it into a storage form, pathways which give rise to glucose, and blood sugar regulation. So these are the topics which we will be covering in the chapter. Let's start with the first topic, chemistry, classification of carbohydrates with suitable examples. Hello, welcome back to the part 2. Before we go to the oligosaccharides, let us just see the mind map where and how the monosaccharides is represented in the mind map. So here it is, carbohydrate classification, monosaccharide class definition, general features, subclasses based on the functional group, aldoses, ketoses an example, subclasses based on number of carbon atom with the aldose, ketose, isomers as the example for each subclass. Combining the two classifications, you have aldohexose and ketohexose. So let's move to the second class, that is oligosaccharides. Oligosaccharides are those which on hydrolysis give rise to 2 to 10 number of monosaccharide units. That means monosaccharides are linked with one another to form oligosaccharides and polysaccharides. Now let us just see how exactly the monosaccharides are linked by glycosidic bonds. As already seen, there are multiple hydroxyl groups on the monosaccharides. So the monosaccharides form a glycosidic bond with another monosaccharide by a simple process of dehydration. So the OH groups on the two monosaccharides will undergo dehydration and the two will be linked by a oxygen. So here we have two glucose molecules. This is C1, this is C4, C1 and C4. So the OH groups on C1 of the first monosaccharide and C4 of the next can undergo dehydration to form a glycosidic bond like this. So this is called as glycosidic bond. Now, each glycosidic bond has a name. So since carbon atom 1 is linked with carbon atom 4, you write 1, 2, 4. And since 1 is anomeric carbon, the 1 has to be either alpha or beta. Here it is oriented downwards, so it is alpha anomer. So this is alpha D-glucopyranosyl 1,4 alpha D-glucopyranose. This is called as maltose. Similarly, you have different types of disaccharides. Now let us go to the subclassification of the class. Oligosaccharides can be divided into subclasses based on the number of disaccharides, number of monosaccharides that you get on hydrolysis. That which gives rise to 2 number of monosaccharides is called as a disaccharide. Example for disaccharide, maltose, lactose, sucrose, trehalose. Remember, all of them have to be told with a D in the front. So D-maltose, D-lactose, D-sucrose. All these are disaccharides. Trisaccharides have 3 monosaccharide units. They are examples, maltotriose, which is a digestion product of starch, and raffinose. All the other oligosaccharides are grouped as others. Disaccharides can be further sub-classified based on their reducing property into reducing disaccharides, which exhibit reducing property. They can reduce cupric ions to cuprous ions. Example, D-maltose, D-lactose. Non-reducing disaccharides are those which cannot reduce cupric ions to cuprous ions. Sucrose and Trehalose. These are the examples for non-reducing disaccharides. Here is a table which gives you all the disaccharides that are of physiological importance. You have sucrose. Sucrose is made up of glucose and fructose, and the link is 1 to 2. So 1 is anomeric carbon of glucose, 2 is anomeric carbon of fructose. Therefore, sucrose is a non-reducing sugar. They are both involved in bond formation. Maltose is a hydrolysis product of starch. It's made up of 2 molecules of glucose linked by alpha 1,4 glycosidic bond. Isomaltose, again 2 molecules of glucose linked by alpha 1,6 glycosidic bond. Both these are hydrolysis products of starch. Lactose is milk sugar. It is made up of galactose and glucose linked by beta 1,4 glycosidic bond. Cellobiose is the disaccharide produced on hydrolysis of cellulose. It is 2 glucose units linked by beta 1,4 glycosidic bond. Then we have Trehalose, which is a fungal product. It has beta alpha 1,1 glycosidic bond. So this is also a non-reducing disaccharide. So the examples for non-reducing disaccharides are sucrose and Trehalose. All the others that we have seen in this table, maltose, isomaltose, lactose, cellobiose, are all reducing disaccharides. So this is about the disaccharides. Let's meet again in part 3, where we are going to learn about homopolysaccharides. See you.